Good afternoon, the world at noon. Committee set up by Nigerian government on doctor strikes begin sitting. Ebola kills 4 in Uganda. Gunmen found dead after killing 3 in Chicago. Hong Kong to end controversial hotel granting policy on COVID-19. In Nigeria, the Committee on Health Sector Reform set up by the federal government to look into the issue of brain drain, strikes and related issues in the sector has commenced sitting. The committee set up in February has been given 4 weeks to submit its report. According to the report, the members of the committee, including medical associations, regulators, and other stakeholders, have started making presentations. The Chief Medical Director of the Federal Medical Center in Abuja, Professor Sahad Ahmed, in February confirmed to journalists that brain drain had become a matter of concern and that the committee will receive memoranda from members of the public to enrich its deliberations. Meanwhile, in an interview with newsmen, the President Medical and Dental Consultant Association of Nigeria, Dr. Victor Makanjola, confirmed that the committee had begun sitting. He lamented that a lot of consultants had also left the country, adding that the committee is expected to make recommendations on the short, medium, and long-term solutions to the trend. The Ugandan Health Ministry says 3 more Ebola patients have died, bringing the total number to 4 since an outbreak was declared earlier this week. Meanwhile, 11 cases have been confirmed. Report has it that 7 other deaths are being investigated to see if they are linked to the outbreak in Mubende, west of the capital, Kampala. The World Health Organization says the Ebola Sudan strain, which is present in Uganda, is less transmissible and has shown a lower fatality rate in previous outbreaks of a different strain, Ebola Zaire. According to the report, the Ebola Zaire has killed nearly more than 2,000 people in the neighboring Democratic Republic of Congo between 2018 and 2020. Tanzania's President, Ms. Samia Suluhu Hassan, has said Africa's liberation movement, which will stay in power, need to strengthen ties in order to survive. Ms. Samia was visiting neighboring Mozambique, said Tanzania's Chama cha Mapinduzi Party and Mozambique President Mr. Filipe Nyusi's Philomeno Party needed to work hand in hand. Ms. Samia denounced calls to replace liberation parties, which are facing a determined challenge from opposition parties on the continent. She also urged Mr. Nyusi to consider introducing Swahili as a subject in the country's education system. This is the World at Noon, coming to you from Osun State Broadcasting Corporation, Voice of the West, Nigeria. Now, our midnight message. Never play with the feelings of others, because you may win the game, but the risk is that you may surely lose the person for a lifetime. A gunman was found dead after killing 3 relatives and setting the family's suburban Chicago home on fire. According to the report, the chaos erupted in the city of Oak Forest when the suspect fatally shot 3 of his family members outside their house early in the morning. Information has it that 2 victims were found in the home's driveway and a third was located in the road outside the home. Reports say the 3 were taken to an area hospital and pronounced dead. Responders extinguished the fire and police entered the home and found the suspects dead inside. Residents along Canada's Atlantic coast have been warned by officials to brace for impact as Hurricane Fiona heads north after pummeling Bermuda. The Canadian Hurricane Center has warned that Fiona is expected to reach Canada's shores today. Authorities have warned of potential coastal flooding, power outages, and dangerous driving conditions. At least 8 people in Fiona's path through the Caribbean have died. Tropical storm warnings have been issued for the Atlantic provinces of Nova Scotia, Prince Edward Island, Newfoundland, and New Brunswick, as well as in parts of Quebec. Hong Kong's government says that from Monday, People arriving in Hong Kong will no longer have to go into mandatory hotel quarantine. The government also assured that travelers will also no longer have to show a negative COVID-19 test before boarding a plane to Hong Kong. Instead, they will monitor themselves for possible infection for 3 days. The news sparked a rush for flight tickets to Hong Kong, with the Cathay Pacific website operating a Queen system to book. The airline said it is also adding that more than 200 pairs of flights in October to both regional and long-haul destinations. According to the report, the prolonged closure of border has, however, hit Hong Kong's economy hard and left the Asian financial center at a disadvantage compared with its rivals in the region, such as Singapore. And here again are the highlights of the world at noon. In Nigeria, the Committee on Health Sector Reform set up by the federal government to look into the issue of brain drain, strikes and related issues in the sector has commenced sitting. The Uganda Health Ministry says 3 more Ebola patients have died, bringing the total number to 4 since an outbreak was declared earlier this week. The gunman was found dead after killing 3 relatives and setting the family's suburban Chicago home on fire. Hong Kong's government says that from Monday, people arriving in Hong Kong will no longer have to go into mandatory hotel quarantine. That means that was the World at Noon, edited by Olushola Egbodofo. For more about us, can visit www.osbcng.org. Thanks for listening to the World at Noon. Good afternoon.